I have literally been waiting for weeks for this package to arrive from WyrmCodex. If you're into D&D or any tabletop games where you need a DM screen, this is extremely cool. Let's check it out.
While I show you guys what comes in the box, I will tell you why I'm doing this review. WyrmCodex contacted me recently and asked if I would be willing to do a review of their upcoming DM screen. Truth be told, I have never heard of them before, and I don't usually do reviews on my channel, but the images of the DM screen looked incredible, and my wife just so happened to be looking over my shoulder while I was reading their email. "That's pretty cool, do it," she said. And it takes something pretty special to elicit that kind of reaction from her, so I decided to go for it and started looking into the company. WyrmCodex is a premium tabletop gaming brand dedicated to creating beautifully crafted accessories for dungeon masters and tabletop RPG enthusiasts. And this is their new flagship product, an all-in-one DM screen that combines elegant design with practical functionality, featuring an integrated dice tower, magnetic modular components, and a refillable campaign journal, all built to enhance both gameplay and storytelling. It's been designed with a strong focus on craftsmanship, portability, and durability. The idea is that this screen aims to be the centerpiece of any gaming table. One thing that I was excited to see in the box was dice. You can never have enough dice. I especially love these ones with the floating dragon eyeball in the center. Anyway, I'm taking a look at this screen and I'm just going to be honest with you guys and tell you what I think.
So there is some minor assembly required for this DM screen, but first thing that I can tell you is that this is made out of good quality materials. These are metal dragon wings. This thing is heavy, and if I trust my mother, things that are heavy are expensive and worth money. This is really cool. We got our dragon head on the front of the thing, and we have our wings. We have our magnetic DM screens here. I'm going to try and put this thing together.
Okay, story time number 2, and another classic bumbling nat one from me. When the DM screen arrived, I was looking with a critical eye and I noticed what I thought at the time were a few errors. The first being that the pins for attaching the wings of the dragon on the dice tower seemed to be missing. I emptied the box and they were nowhere to be found. I still wanted to put the screen together though, so I made my own pins from 3mm thick modelling wire and carried on assembling the project like an idiot. Because as it turns out, the pins were just stuck to the magnet on the back of the dice tower, and this is the exact moment of that discovery. Now I'm trying really hard to work on my verbal expletives at the minute because I'm a new dad and all that, but at this moment I was swearing like a dwarven barbarian in a brewery on the inside, but you can see here that I literally facepalmed myself. Anyway, if your pins are missing in the box, check the magnets on the dice tower. On a practical note, if anyone is interested in the glue that I used to assemble the screen, I used Miter Fast super glue and accelerator spray, and it worked absolutely beautifully.
How cool is that? We've got some dragon wings. This is all really solid and nice. And now we have to check and see if the magnetic DM screens actually attach. Now, one thing I will say, because I'm trying to do an honest review, everything's come in the package pretty good, but the example character sheets that came were a little bit tatty around the edges, but these are just shoved in there as bump, you know, it's not important stuff, so we'll forgive them for that. Let's attach these boards. Oh wow. This is pretty cool.
But wait! There's more!
Okay, we're behind the DM screen right now, and you might remember this lovely leather book that was part of the project. And it's got this really cool spine down the middle, which you can see. And this is what it does. How cool is that? All of your notes, everything that you want to read about your game,
all of the details that you have, and if you do want to make some extra notes, you just pull it off down here, make a few notes, boom, but everything is right there, and you still have some table space. Time to get some of these dice out. Whenever we roll our dice, apparently the front of this thing lights up. Let's see if it works. Oh, beautiful. If you've been following my channel for any amount of time, you will know how much I love LEDs, how much I love magnets, how much I love interactive terrain. And what I thought would be pretty cool is I'm going to set up my DM table with some of my terrain that is magnetic, LEDs and interactive. And we're going to put this whole thing together. And then I'm going to invite my buddy Andre over and we're going to chat about the whole thing. But basically, your experience on the gaming table has become totally interactive, and I love it. Okay guys, so I've got my really good friend Andre here with me. Andre is a DM, has been a DM for what, 15, 20 years?
15, give or take.
Yeah, and he's probably used more DM screens than I've had hot dinners.
Made a couple of my own as well.
You made a few DM screens. So I thought I'd bring him along for a chat, just to have a look at this really cool DM screen and tell you guys a little bit more about it. What do you reckon, mate? What do you think of this thing?
It looks pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I've not ever seen anything quite like it. Usually you get the printed ones with some pretty red art, but this is something else.
So I've seen a couple of DM screens that have been hand carved out of wood as well. This is interactive, by the way, and I haven't told you about that yet.
Go on.
I've just a pretty cool DM screen as far as you're concerned right now. But what I really like about it is the metal. This is, so like the dragon's metal, all the wings are metal, so like it's pretty sturdy. And it's magnetic. You've seen this magnetic book at the back.
Yeah.
And we all love magnets. But I'm going to get some dice here. I want to show you something pretty cool. And while I get these dice out, why don't you set up those little lights? Things that are triggered by magnets is the order of the game here. So we've got some interactive terrain on the table. And now, watch this section here, and the mouth as well.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
All three of these little crystals, the window lights up, the mouth lights up. How cool is that?
That is really cool.
So, I mean, it's definitely the sort of thing that you want to have. I mean, you could have it on any table, but if you've got interactive LED terrain, why not extend that to your DM screen as well? Do you know what I mean?
Never thought of that, to be honest. I've a few of the ideas they've incorporated on this I've thought of doing myself, and my prototypes didn't work that well. I love the idea of having everything magnetized because I run a lot of different games, not just D&D.
Yeah.
And it's a pain to have to buy or make a different DM screen for every single system that you run.
Mm-hmm.
With the magnetized tiles, you can just print your own sheets and just pop a magnet in there and it will hold it for you.
Now, that's a good point. One thing to say is with this version that WyrmCodex have sent me, it didn't come with a dice tray and with the magnetic pins that go along the backboard, but that's because they sent me an early version in the lead up to the Kickstarter. With the Kickstarter, there's a dice tray coming, there's magnetic pins for the back. So yeah, all of that's coming. I didn't get to show that as an example. This is even magnetic at the back. I love this part. So you can take this, write your book.
So the spine's metal.
So the spine is metal, the back of it is magnetic.
That's cool.
And then, yeah, so basically...
Saves you a ton of space back there.
You've got loads of space because of it, because your thing's not on
exactly
the table in front of you. So you can have your chips and dips. You know what I mean?
Have your minis hidden behind the screen.
All of your minis, exactly that kind of thing. So, yeah,
as far as DM screens go, this is pretty incredible. I think it looks really, really cool. Do you think it could be any better?
Ooh.
I'm just wondering that if WyrmCodex are, this is where they're starting.
Okay.
How could they develop it?
If we're going all the way, I'd like to see a fabric version, or
Fabric.
or even leather.
Leather would be awesome. Yeah, that's the one thing. Is that like you've got all of this lovely metal here,
Yeah,
and this is just so solid looking.
it is.
And then I think over time, cardboard might wear out. And
Always does.
exactly. So, but like if you had similar to this book in the back, something leather bound.
Exactly.
But that's somewhere that they can go in the future.
Yeah.
So,
That's really
like these are removable. So,
Yeah.
if you really wanted to, you could create your own backing to these. Do you know what I mean?
Plus, you could just take this and put it somewhere else. If you have your initiative in there, let's say, you could put it somewhere else in the table.
Exactly. It's awesome as it is.
It is, and it for such a big display piece, it being totally modular, I assume makes it really easy to carry, because I've shown you the one I made years ago.
Yeah.
It was a big bulky piece of wood.
Yeah.
I couldn't carry that with me.
Yeah, because it had permanent hinges and all
Yeah.
of that sort of stuff. Yeah, basically this folds down into everything. Your sheets are already like tucked in here,
Yeah.
tucked in here,
Which
You just
cuts
pick-
down your setup time as well.
100%, and like pick it up and go. Did I show? This was already set up when you got
It
here.
was, yeah.
Also, just one thing to say: there is a place here along the top where you can stick cards,
Oh, I see.
or like for instance your initiative order or something like that. But yeah, extremely cool. There is a couple of ideas that I have for WyrmCodex for future DM screens. You've got it interactive with the lights. Now, one of the cool things that I did in a project whenever I did a sewers dungeon, I had magnets that triggered sound
Yes.
as well. It wouldn't be too hard to fit a little sound module in here. They're making them really, really small now. So like if you dropped your dice in, you could have a sound module that triggered the dragon roaring,
Yeah.
or something that was going to trigger your initiative even, or something like that.
Oh, I see.
You could have buttons on it that could trigger different things for sound. So that's one idea. And the other one was, how cool would it be if it could trigger smoke to come out of the dragon's mouth?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I have got a little tiny smoke machine, and I'm going to put some smoke down here and we're going to see what happens.
Let's see it.
All right, cool. How cool is that?
That is amazing. You can see the smoke coming out of the Windows lattice, not just the dragon's mouth,
Yeah.
which then, as for some magic they've done in there, also triggers the lights, and you
Yeah.
see the dragon's maw light up as the smoke's coming through. That's amazing.
So basically it's a motion sensor in here.
Ah,
So as the dice go past, the motion triggers the lights.
right.
But it must be the motion of the smoke going past also triggers the lights, which is really, really cool. So WyrmCodex, think about that. You've got a system in here that can be triggered by smoke. So with the hole here, maybe you could have a little attachment here that triggers a small smoke machine. The smoke machine that I've got is called a pocket smoke, and it's made for cosplayers. And yeah, it's very simple. You could put a little tube in there and do that. Anyway, that's one idea.
Yeah, I like it.
But other than that, now that I have this DM screen, I'm wondering if you might be interested in setting up a game and getting started in the local area. It's been a bit too long since I played a game, mate.
It is, and as much as we love playing virtually and connecting with people who might not be physically close to us, there's nothing quite like sitting around the table and throwing some dice.
And something like this makes that extremely cool and fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, I want to say a big thanks to WyrmCodex for sending this out to me. I'm going to enjoy using it. Also to say thank you to all the Patreon members. And yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the review videos. I did say I was going to do a couple of reviews in this period of time while my family's going through this adoption process. And this is the first one. So I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for joining me, mate.
Thank you for having me.
All right. All the best, guys. Bye.